How are you, sir?
Hello, hello. We are
Yeah,
live
now
for
I hear
our
you.
second day with Wakaliwood, and Alan is joining us, and Felipe, the warman, is going to run the chat. Have fun. I will be watching from here. Thank you so
João,
much
João.
again.
Wait, João,
Thank you,
wait.
we love you. Thank you, Alan. We love you.
João, wait.
Yes.
Wait, I need to ask a question to Isaac with you
Okay.
in the room. Okay, Isaac,
Yes, sir.
are you listening to me?
Come again.
Are you listening to me or not?
Yes, I hear you.
Okay, I just saw the video that you shoot with the Lifetime Achievement Award with João Fleck as an actor. So I need to ask you: is João Fleck the
Let me
worst?
get it from here.
Okay.
Okay.
Is
Okay.
João Fleck the worst actor you have ever directed in your career or not?
I've not heard that one.
Oh, okay, because I saw your Lifetime Achievement Award video that you shoot with João Fleck, the guy from Fantaspoa.
Yeah.
Remember?
Yes, yes.
So
Me.
is João Fleck the worst actor you ever directed in your career?
It's a virtual election, maybe.
The worst Brazilian actor.
I thought it was great, man. You open up in Brazil on a rooftop, and it's like, what the hell is this? Like, where are we? What? And then boof.
Have fun. I will be watching from here.
Yeah, man.
Thank you,
Okay.
João.
Isaac, but wait, listen, but where are you? Because there's mafia behind you.
Oh,
Tiger Mafia.
yeah. The press changed since you left, but this was the door to the audio studio.
Right.
So you
Right,
understand now the place where I am.
Yeah, in
This is
Tiger
our-
Mafia base. Yeah.
Yes, and I would say there was some, stuff here. You remember that
Yeah.
small room. That's where we are now. Because
that's
of
the thing.
COVID,
Yeah.
because of COVID, we had to stay in. So that's why we have a gate there, and then we are inside always.
Yeah. And it was also, it's always changing, because that's what I don't think people realize, because you're very good at this, is how small Wakaliwood is. It's maybe, I don't know, 1/4 acre. It's tiny.
Not even a quarter.
Yeah, it's less than that, but it's always changing. You're always building it different, so it looks different.
Yeah, it's totally different. You see the basketball court?
What? Oh, Jesus Christ.
And Isaac, who's these guys? Who's these guys behind you?
Oh, these are the Wakastas, and here is the pilot police search.
Hey!
It's called search.
Oh, yeah.
And here are the Wakastas.
Hi.
Hello, guys. Waka Stars.
Yes.
Yes.
Movie.
Yeah, that's Isaac Newton there
Isaac Newton.
on the left. Yeah,
Big
that's what I
star.
think. Exactly.
Very soon
Nice to
in
meet you.
Isaac Ninja.
That's
Yes.
right. Van Damage.
So we Van Damage. So we are here again with Ugandan genius Isaac Geoffrey Nabwana, and today we are here with a crazy gringo too, the producer Alan, who goes to Uganda to become a producer and an action star, right?
Yeah, well, 10 years ago, is that Isaac was famous on YouTube for 90 seconds for the trailer for Who Killed Captain, and that was it. But he was famous, and I'm from New York. I saw it in New York in a bar, and I jumped on a plane to track him down and to watch the movie. Really, I wanted to see the movie. And then after that, it's like I move in and we try to get the movies out because I think they're brilliant. Yeah.
So Isaac, let's talk about Crazy World, because yesterday we talked about you and your passion for cinema and your story. But right now, let's talk about your masterpiece, Crazy World. Do you remember how the idea for the film came about?
Yeah, I remember very well. Yeah, the first idea that came into my mind, I mean, the day I got the idea of making Crazy World, which means animal in our language, was when I found two guys fighting, and uh, but for me, I thought that they were all mad, but I wanted to describe one differently, and then maybe one was mad and the other one was crazy, just crazy. So that's how I got the idea of Crazy World, because the madman was passing by someone's house, and then he picked a hoy. So the owner of the house wanted to get the hoy from him. So everyone told him that that is a mad guy. He's going to hit you. For him, he said, "I'm mad. I'm mad. How can he hit me?" So he went and the madman hit him. So for me, I was confused. Who was mad of both? So that's why it comes. It's like animal. It's a question. It's a question. We say Crazy World. But the question was, who is mad of the two? And then I started building it like. When I got, so many ideas started coming into my head that we might be mad. Mad, and I don't know who is mad, because we are always in argument. People are always arguing. Politicians are arguing. Doctors are arguing. Religions are arguing. I don't know who, because the Muslims are saying Allah, and these ones are saying God. The others are, so it is, who is mad? There must be someone mad. So the question was, who is mad? And then it is a crazy world because everyone is, in argument. If you see that movie closely, you see that how can, people like, how can you think that instead of working, you think of, going, sacrificing children? Why? How can that blood, bring wealth? So the question started like that. But the main point was, I wanted to see a madman's from a madman's perspective of seeing us who call ourselves not mad, who call him a mad person at a dustbin. That was my major, location. I wanted to see how this madman looks at us. So that's how the ideas, kept on building.
Yeah, I just called Alan a crazy gringo too. And there's a line. There's a line in the film. To me, is very great. There's a line where the hero says something like, "In this world, if you talk sense, you're mad." Remember?
Yeah, I know that.
Yeah. So people usually call crazy artists like you, for example, who try to make films without money or equipment. They call us crazy.
Crazy.
Is like a comment about this too, or not?
That is true. That is the movie, because someone finds me, I make him laugh. I make him even. You can, watch the movie, the whole movie, and he says I'm crazy. So I entertain him. So it is that is the core of the movie. It is who is mad, who is crazy. I don't know who is crazy anyway. Even me.
Alan, are you crazy maybe or not?
I think I'm the only one who is sane. That's what I think. I understand everything. My mother has different opinion, But no, I think it is crazy not to do this. And I mean that. Like when I first came, I thought it's crazy not to be part of this. Somehow.
So Isaac,
we call him Muslim. Yeah.
I find Crazy World very funny because you put the children as heroes this time, and also in the fights and in the action scenes. So my question to you is: did you try to make a children's action movie for real?
Yeah, that is the first of its kind. Yeah, that was the first of its kind, but I have $1 Million Kid, which is also about children, and now I'm coming with Isaac Ninja. So yes, the purpose of children in this movie was, I think I had 3 reasons why. First of all, we need to groom our children now for the future industry. We need to prepare them. The new stars for the future. And another reason was also marketing. Marketing, because I told you yesterday that we had a problem of people who are above 40. They don't understand what we are doing. So we need to engage, the children into the future, film industry, if we want to build the future industry. But lastly was the point, the sacrifice itself, because children are being sacrificed and no one is talking about it. But we see that in courts, and they bail them. They get bails and they get out of court. So you imagine someone who sacrificed a child to be bailed out of court, out of prison. So I wanted to speak about it. It was so important to me to speak about it because no one is like advocating for children. So and I remember when I was young, I was in primary 2. When one of my my classmate was sacrificed and we lost that boy, that girl. They found a body with some body parts taken away, and they said someone took it. So it has been in my mind since 1982. So I think it is high time to use a movie to sensitize, to tell the people. I know in West, I found that if I talk about child sacrifice, you don't understand me too. But if I say child kidnap, you will understand me. But the difference, but there is a big difference there. And the difference is in West, if they kidnap your child, you expect someone to ask for ransom. But here, you expect to find a dead body or never to find that body again, because your child is going to be killed. But yours, it's simple. You just have to collect money. Maybe you can even borrow from the bank and rescue your child. But here it is seriously death.
But Isaac, let's ask you. So, like Isaac, so were you concerned because when you started to make this was when Who Killed Captain Alex was becoming famous?
Yeah.
Around the world. So were you concerned of because you are becoming famous, maybe your children would be a target?
Of course, that's why, in fact, I had to put Isaac Newton because he's my child. Yes, I had also to protect them. I even now, people think that they are powerful. The community thinks that they can punch, but it is also dangerous somehow because they might find someone very strong, and then. But I know some people think that they are well trained and they are they can do anything because of the movie.
So the movie was a way of self-defense.
Yes,
against
of course.
real life kidnapping.
Yeah.
But it happens because of religious motives. The sacrifices is.
It is just worth. It is worth. People sacrifice these children. They put them into the foundations of their houses, like business houses. Like shops and something like that. They believe that it is witchcraft. It is witchcraft, basically. I think these guys, the witchcraft guys, instead of saying that they cannot help there, they try to put you into something that you cannot do. They maybe send you to sacrifice someone. But people are crazy. They go on and sacrifice children, and sometimes also they sacrifice albinos.
Albinos too. Yeah. You mentioned in the film, right?
Yeah.
Is this something that the government gets involved in to stop, or do they prefer not to talk about it?
I think they prefer not to talk about it because they don't even talk about it. It is not a big point to them. But when the police arrests, it goes to the court. They always say the court will decide. So I've never seen any campaign against that by the government.
So returning to the funny stuff, was it difficult to direct the children in the film, or do you prefer that they behave maybe better than the adults?
I think children are very easier, are very easy. And yes, I found it a little bit difficult to direct my son somehow. Because I'm a father, sometimes he had to pretend that, this is a father, he's my father. But he learned from that movie that when I'm directing him, I'm a director. And when after the movie, I'm a father again. So it is normal here. When I'm directing, I'm very tough. But after directing, it becomes, easy. And then you might not even think that it's me who has been directing. So I am used to that. but it was also hard time, to dialect. I had to think of, engaging it, because it was his first, time to be in a lead, in a big role like that. He was in Animal, I mean, in Bad Black, but he was very young, and he was just there as an extra. But in this, he was a role. He had a role to play. So I think he played like, if you give me to award him like a percentage, he did it like 90% of what I expected. I thought that he was not going to be good, but he did it better than what I expected. But and then from then I've been working with many children, but in fact I've been even filming with the schools. So I find children very easy.
And yesterday you told me about your training martial arts for many years, right? But in the case of the children, how did you do to make them fight?
No. They are trained too. They're always trained. Yeah, they are trained. They're physically fit. They're physically fit. Yes, but because they are playing with adults, it is also the adult helping these children to act well. They act for, at least they try to act for them. Like when you remember in that very movie when they kicked that last guy, he had to jump because they don't have that force, so he had to jump to make it realistic.
But who trains the children? You?
No. They have masters here. They have Mustafa. They have Robert is also sometimes training them. Apollo is here. So they have almost the adults always. They're masters now. They know what to do with children. And Robert has got a very good experience. He has been training children in schools.
But if I understand well, this is not for the films, but for their life. The training is for their life, to be safe, right?
Of course, safety, body fitness, and other stuff like that. But we always keep them. We have to follow them because it is also a weapon given to them. So we know we always have to follow them and always to talk to them that don't misuse kung fu. Kung fu is not for fighting. It is a peaceful discipline. It is a discipline that So we always teach them how to use it, because we have used kung fu since 1986, but we have never been engaged in any fight. So we always tell them, I've never been to police for fighting. So even Robert, no, never. So we know how to tell them, because we also we learned it from books, as I told you, but we knew that it's a very good discipline that is peaceful if you use it well.
And did the actor who plays Mr. Big in the picture die after filming?
Yeah, he died. And unfortunately, he died. And he died. It was, I think, he had sickle. It was a sickle, I think, and he got and too drunkard. I think sickle cell. Yeah.
Oh, he was
also drunkard.
He was so funny in the picture.
Yeah, but it was good. Anyway.
So Mr. Big will never have his revenge in the end.
No, he'll never have.
Yeah. Okay, you already say something about this, but I will ask the question because in Crazy World you deal with very serious topics, but in a funny way, right? Including kidnapping children and the ineffectiveness of the Ugandan police. There's a scene in which Mr. Big even says that the police are so stupid that the fight is not even fair. So do you think making fun is a way to address serious topics like this? Do you think it's a better way to work with these topics?
Yeah, I think that is our way of talking. I mean, giving serious topics in Uganda. We have that humor, that we have that friendship way of telling stories here. I remember I had a friend from Poland who visited us here. He spent like a month here. No, Poland. I don't know. I've forgotten his name. But he was a Catholic. So he's a good Catholic. So he attended. The big Catholic church is here. Yeah, it's called Cuba. So yeah, he went to the church. When he came back, he told me that he has to go back again and again and again. It is interesting to be in a church here in Uganda than in Poland. He said that even the cardinal is interacting with the people. The way, so that is our way of telling stories here. We are not that so tough. We don't. If you tell, if you harass people by telling them, they will not understand you. So it is better you tell them while laughing, while in a joking way. I think it is like teaching a nursery child. You don't have to be, rude. So that is the tactic I'm using in this comedy. I tell you this, the issue, you understand it as well as you are enjoying it. Otherwise, if you don't enjoy, 5 minutes you will leave my movie. But if you see it interesting, you will watch the whole piece.
You know, I've got if I may, I've got a question for the two of you.
Of course.
Okay? So is this a kids' film? Is this a film for children?
Yeah, two reasons. Yes, it is for kids in Uganda, but I think in West it might not be for kids.
Yeah, like what? So what do you think, Philippe?
It's not PG-13 for sure.
I think it's rated R midnight film in America.
Yeah.
It's a kids' film for adults here.
Yeah, but it's funny. It's funny, Alan, that you asked it, because it was one of my questions to Isaac. Because when I was a child, I watched lots of American films that was not made for my age at the time. Of course, like Commando and Death Wish. Yeah,
that's why we're here. Okay.
Yeah. But also I saw some pictures, like, for example, I don't know if you remember Cloak and Dagger. Picture with Henry Thomas. And the movie is very violent if you watch it right now. It's a movie where the kid in a scene shot a guy dead. So maybe today things are a little softer than in the 80s or in the 70s. But yeah, I think the film from Isaac, the Crazy World, is not for the taste of American children, maybe. I don't know. Because I remember too that Tarantino said about Kill Bill, that children can see Kill Bill because it's very funny. Remember that? And it's a bloody film. It's a very violent film.
There's no way adults will show it to kids here. But the kids will probably, but kids will get maybe the most out of it.
Probably love it.
Yeah.
But here in Uganda, children have watched it.
And they love it, right?
Very much, very much. I always get calls. They want to join. They always join because of that movie.
Because it's all for fun, and so. But Alan, let me ask you, what do you think about these topics, like kidnapping children and the police in Uganda, when you lived there, watching these in Isaac films and living in Uganda? What do you think about it?
Look, I tell you, I don't know enough to think is really it. You know, it's because, you know, I've been part of it for 10 years, and that's not enough even in a lot of ways. And so for me, what I feel like a part of what I do is just amplify, you know? And so if this is something that Isaac is very clearly, like, very passionate about, and seems very wise and personal experience in this, my job is to trust in that and then to amplify it, you know. But, you know, it's different. It's just, it's a different life there on one hand, and on the other hand, you know, like, what I really love about the movies is that if you watch any of them for 2 minutes, you know everything. Like, you know what Isaac cares about, you know what he loves, you know what he fears, you know what everyone wants. Like, they want to protect their own kids. And you don't have to see a movie like this to see that. I'm not talking plot, you know? It's like they're very empathetic. It's somehow you watch it and you understand that this village is putting everything they have into this production on one level, really just to entertain, and that kind of brings the whole world together in a crazy way, you know? But so no, I don't understand anything, and I probably never will. but my job is more like to trust and to put kerosene on the fire.
To try to translate this to another.
Oh yeah, and then translate. And the big part of the translating is the humor. You know?
Yeah, of course.
Is it because there's no way. And you talk about a subject like this about child sacrifice, kidnapping children and murdering them, essentially. Who in their right mind would make a comedy out of that?
Yeah, just imagine in America.
You cannot, but you do. But if you do, then I think it will travel much further. If you can make something that is so horrible, enjoyable to watch while still understanding the message, it will travel that much more. I mean, look at this conversation.
Yeah, maybe it works better. Yeah,
it's
the whole subject.
But no, the American way to do it, it would have been a drama that no one would have seen.
Yeah. But probably we will want some Oscar in next year.
And then you have my job, and then my job was, how do I promote a feel-good comedy about killing children? That was my mission. And it's kind of working. I don't know.
So returning to Isaac, yesterday you said that you love action movies so much, but your films also have a lot of humor. Do you also like comedies?
Yes, very much, very much. Most of my times when I'm relaxing, I watch comedies. We have stand-up comedies here nowadays. I watch comedies of Uganda, and basically of Uganda, because I don't know, my English is not that good. I'm trying my best, but if it is a Uganda comedy, I love comedy very much. I love comedians, and
Buster Keaton.
Yeah, and you should also Buster Keaton is simple to understand, and Chaplin. Those ones are very simple to understand, and they are yes, I used to like Diddy's, not Mr. Bean. I don't know why Mr. Bean was not my taste, but Diddy's, and I think Diddy was the first. Yes, so that's how in fact I wanted to tell you that the first person to mention the word Wakaliwood was a comedian. He's a comedian, a big comedian in Uganda. The first person to mention it. He came here, he watched a movie, it was called Diabuka. For him, he wanted to compare us with Hollywood. And then he said, you guys of Wakaliwood, that's how he came with it. That's how it came out. So for him, it was, because it had a lot of comedy in it, because of things flying away, the TV flying away, even the car. And he's a comedian. I made him laugh more than I think he had never, find someone making him laugh. So he said, you guys of Wakaliwood. That was my first time to hear that word Wakaliwood. And I kept it until Alan came, and we had to think about it. And then we said, let us promote the word Wakaliwood. But first, it was Ramon, remember.
I love the humor in your films, even if it's not intentional. But I need to ask you, would you like to make a completely serious film with no jokes? Or do you think
it might be very difficult to make a movie, but I think I made one of recent. I think Alan watched that Kung Fu Brother.
Maybe.
I did not put in a lot of comedy in that. If you get a chance one day, you will see. It's basically on point. There was little. I think there was little comedy when I made Isaac Newton, to put on a skirt like a girl, to print like a girl. I think that is the only comedy which I put in that movie. But it was, yes, I might want, but I find it very difficult to make one like that one.
And in Crazy World, you make a small part playing yourself. Remember?
Come again?
The best director in the world. In Crazy World, you make a small part in the picture as an actor, as yourself, in fact. Remember?
Oh. Yeah.
The best director in the world. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's the picture.
But have you ever wanted to act in your films as a
when
character?
I was young,
or are you?
No.
Or
when
I
was younger, yes. When I was young, yes. When I was younger, yes, I wanted to act, but now, no, I don't want to act. I feel like betraying myself if I act. That's what how I feel, because we are in a process of building a film industry, young film industry. I believe that if I act, I will spoil the script. Sometimes I came with an idea and I wrote a movie about, I mean, with me, you know, acting in it. I said, maybe let me spoil this one for good, but I've not yet done it. But that is how, I mean, I've seen so many producers now upcoming directors here. What they do, they write, they direct, they are the film stars, and they are also the cameramen. And I don't know how they do it. But for me, I know that in between there, they are spoiling something. They are doing, there's something that they are spoiling. Maybe they are changing the script to fit them. But for me, I don't want to do that. I want to look at a character as I feel it, the way I feel it, because I can't see myself. I don't know if I know how. Maybe if someone, you know, spot me, but with my movies, I feel like I don't want to be in there. Otherwise, if I get a chance, I will make a movie about maybe me or Commando, something like that, and then it will be a complete movie for me as maybe a star or something like that. But I have that in mind.
Because that's very typical in Uganda, that if you're going to make a movie, if you're the producer, make yourself the star. I mean, it's my money, I should be the star, you know? And so that is normal. So what happens, I think, with Isaac's movies is that they think maybe the lead actor is the director. You know?
Yes, in fact, very much. They think that the lead characters are the owner of Wakaliwood. Basically, that's what they think, because they don't know me. So many people don't know me here in Uganda. They don't know me, and being that my name starts with the word the letter N, they believe, because letter N normally are for women or girls, so they think that there's a woman behind Wakaliwood. So nowadays they are a little bit becoming a little bit famous to some audience, but before it was no one knew me.
And then so he would be able to like hear the ideas and criticism, because someone would complain or have an idea for Wakaliwood, and they talk to Isaac not even knowing that it's him, because he's not the star. So they think it's okay. I'll talk to you. This is what Wakaliwood should do.
I remember one time when we were marketing our movies, especially Who Killed Captain Alex. That is the time when we marketed Captain Alex. There is an Indian who never wanted to sell my movies, because it was now becoming hot. He called, and then I went, because Ernest was big in the Tiger Mafia, and he thought that he's the owner of Wakaliwood. So when I went there, he told me that, tell your boss that I want some more movies. But he was telling me. So I said, yes, I will tell him. So
Guilherme, a fan of your films, are asking a question about Bad Black. How it was for Isaac to direct Alan, and how was the experience of Alan point of view of the subject. So Isaac, you start.
Yeah, for me, it was my first time to direct, I think, someone from West, first of all. First of all, even the English itself was a bit difficult for me. I wanted him to say the way I wanted, and he was saying it differently. And maybe he thought it was correct. He was always correct, because it was his English. He knew English, maybe better. But I sometimes could want him to say exactly the way I wanted it. So that was also something I remember. And that was, it was like, sometimes I could want him to ask a question, and when he speaks, I feel like he has not asked. Yeah. So that was also a very big problem to me.
Yeah, because so listen, that was 10 years ago. We started shooting Bad Black 10 years ago, and we shot like the day I met him. Really, it's like we met, and he said, "Come back the next day, and we begin." And I didn't know anyone. I didn't know anything, and so the English was not as strong at that time. And so, I mean, people are beating me up and chasing. I don't know what is happening, but I understand, because we're talking the language of movies and of action.
Yeah.
And I remember one time, it's not in the final cut, but there was a scene where Isaac said, "Okay, you steal car." Like, drive, and then jump. And I got it. You know,
Yeah.
and so I steal this car and I'm flooring it. And I realize, like, in America, look, if you're making a movie, you prepare the street. You know, like it's not prepared. I'm flooring this car and people are jumping and throwing, and I'm like, oh my God, I'm gonna hit someone. And Isaac is in the back seat with the camera going,
Faster, faster.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So a lot, and I tell you, anything with me fighting in that movie, I don't know anyone, because he shot all the action first. In case he kills me, at least he has something for a movie, you know? Or if I never come back, he at least has some commando killing something. He can put that into any movie. That can be a dream.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. And it will sell, you know? Yeah. But I kept coming back, you know? And so that was done over 4 or 5 years, the finished film.
Yeah.
But in the beginning, we knew nothing. We communicated over movies. You know? Yeah.
And Alan, without stuntmen, right? It's all you.
Sorry? Oh, yeah, it's all me.
Without stuntmen.
Yeah, there's another film that's still coming called Eaten Alive in Uganda. So the cannibals think that I am Chuck Norris, so I must be delicious. That's really the story. And I have a stunt double there, but my stunt double is Chiza, who is like this tall, in white face, doing flips. So yeah,
I believe
that's real. Yeah. There's no stunt person with the poo-poo. No, that's me. That's me.
Yeah, but also he loved what he was doing.
Oh yeah,
that was because if he did not love what he was doing, that could also spoil everything. Yeah, we were a little bit protective, but he was also like, no, let me try it. Sometimes I could feel like he cannot do it. And I try, because these guys are well trained. He was like, I will hit them. And I said, no, you just hit them. Because they know how to defend themselves. He cannot hit them. But for him, it was like, oh, I'm going to hit you. I don't want to hit him.
Yeah, it was funny. Because it was, Bruce Yu is training me to do these fights. And I was afraid to hit him. And he's like, you can't hurt me, man. Like, I'm looking at you. You're not going to hurt me. Don't worry. You know.
But one thing I remember, he was going to hit a camera. Because I remember that kick when you were kicking. I think that was do you remember that cabbage scene?
The training, the training with the kid.
With the kid there. You were going to hit the camera because I just pulled it and
because I don't know what I'm doing, man. I kick. I don't know. Again, I don't know how we're still alive. Anyway, I don't know anything. I really, apart from everything, I don't know how. We're nuts. We're crazy.
So, Isaac, as you are in the Tiger Mafia base, I need to ask you, is it the end of Tiger Mafia? Or will they come back to get revenge in another picture?
I don't know. Normally here it is, we just get ideas and then we do them. So I cannot say it is the end. An idea can come now and then we make a movie. So it is anytime. But this Tiger Base has been is a song. I mean, it is in a song. I'm trying to do here for the my fans from Estonia. That's where I had to make this Tiger Mafia base. So that's why it is still on the board there.
Okay. So I have a question for you, but I want you to hear Alan about it too. One of my favorite scenes in Crazy World is the one with Uganda Piracy Patrol. And the pirate hunter, but I understand your point. But piracy has made you know all over the world, right? Yeah. But at the same time, you end up not making as much money as you would, right? So how do you see the role of piracy in your career? It was important. It was bad.
Yeah, for me, I sometimes when I'm talking about pirates, I always say that it is unnecessary evil. That's what I can say. It's a necessary evil. That's what I can say. So we have to talk about it, but sometimes it's also helping us. I think it has even not only worldwide, but it sold me here in Uganda. I have another movie called the Gini, which has been pirated here. I think all villages in Uganda have watched that movie. but I have not got that money. But yes, it made me also. My movie is very famous here. Nowadays, I've not released the movies, but people, I mean, these guys who are selling now are complaining that you should make one, at least make one. It is not easy now to release a movie now. We don't have DVDs, we don't have anything here because we are depending on imports from China. So, but yes, pilots for me it is a necessary evil.
Yeah, but also and then but for international, it's like we put the movies for free, in time. Like Captain Alex, and we put it free on YouTube because we had to at the time because no one believed it. We couldn't charge money for it because it's like no one who would pay money to see something in Uganda, some village. They cannot do action, But I knew if they saw it for free, that they will take a chance, So we use it, and then Bad Black, we sell it. We did the tour and we sold it, and then we put it for free also on YouTube. And it's because any kind of money, it's in the West, really Europe and North America. The rest, and we also understand there's so many people around the world who are fans of Isaac, and he'll have no way to buy it anyway. In villages in Asia, perhaps South America, where they go? How are they going to buy a Blu-ray?
Yeah.
And so somehow by doing that, it does also help with the sales. But it's like, it's not big, but it's somehow it promoted. And look, people know it, But now is the next step. We'll see what the next steps are.
Okay, Isaac, can you tell us about your new projects? What are you filming right now? What are you going to film maybe in the next years?
I'm working on several projects here. I told you I'm working on some music videos, but with film, I'm also editing. I'm re-editing because I lost some parts of Eaten Alive, so I'm re-editing them to see that it comes out very soon. I'm also working with the children. For the first time, we are trying to make a TV series with the children because of because of this lockdown. I came out with an idea, because I'm staying with them all the time, and I don't have the rest of the crew with me, so I cannot work properly. But what I came out with the idea of Stay Home, a movie called Stay Home, when the children are at home. In fact, that's why I had to do this. This is a location. I had to prepare. This is a blackboard. This is a basketball. It is going to be a new movie of my life, as in it's going to be a corporate life movie. I've never done that. Why am I doing a corporate life? Because it is a TV series, and I wanted to also to associate with the corporate children. I tell them that we can also do that, and it's going to be English for the first time to do a pure English movie. It's going to be, yes, I will mix some Luganda, but it's going to be English, but it's going to be majorly children, and it's going to start with the lockdown of COVID, and it is going to be mixed with comedy. The first comedy in this is going to be these children are going to lock their father out because the TVs are going to say you need 14. I mean, don't mix with people from outside. They need to be quarantined for 14 days. So they're going to tell their father, stay away from us. First, bring the government to tell us that you are safe. So something like that. So it's basically also comment. Yes, I'm also working on. On Isaac Ninja. I've already written it. It is based on a true story. It is going to be. It is not based on a true story, but it's going to be partly based on a true story. We had Chibuka Omumbale in Uganda as a warrior, a war warrior. He was a soldier of the kings here. So he used to fly and fight from the air, from the clouds. So I want to bring that back, because I know so many people are related to that story, but they've never seen anything like that. So I want to bring Isaac Ninja is going to be a grandson of that guy. So because this was a true story. In fact, he used to fight against Bunyolo during the colonial time. So when he died, the British took his remains to Britain to prove that, to see what was wrong with him. How can he jump? How can he fly? So they brought back the remains at the museum. So I believe that if I get a chance, I will use the remains to in the movie. So I want his grandson so it is going to be like that. It's going to be like we get. I wanted, if Alan was here, he would play that act. I mean, I want him to act like a British guy, old British guy with beard, something like that. And he's a professor, a professor telling us what happened, what they found out. He's here, and that's why
Isaac. And that's why the British left. Okay, they left it because they feared it. They saw the truth. Oh my God, they're going to beat us. We need to leave now. See, that's how the stories are made. They have to get out. I tell you.
So he has to tell us that story. What happened? Yeah, because and I think the British will say that they only hear about the same, maybe genes or something like in Japan, and it is the ninjas. So that's how they rate it. So it's going to be like that. It's going to be like that. But yes, I'm working on different other different stories too. Like I have the Kung Fu Brothers. I have the Bruce Yu is not yet done. I have so many movies which are not yet done. But I'm trying to finish them, as well as making more writing more, because I'm normally writing here nowadays.
Yeah. So you and Alan, or maybe the Waka Stars, have a final message to your Brazilian fans?
Yeah, we're coming, man. We have to come.
Message to Brazilian fans.
To Brazilian fans.
Yeah, let the Pirates police work tell them.
Oh no! Oh no! Oh no!
Hello.
Hello.
This is not mine. This is not mine. I swear.
You are going to be arrested. Be careful. Be careful. Yeah. Be careful.
Sorry.
Yeah. You people are sorry, but we are not good. We are not going to be forgiven at all.
Oh no.
Piracy Hunter is going to hook you.
No, mercy.
Like Piracy Hunter is hooking you very soon.
I can't wait.
Yeah, Brazilians should not pirate. Yeah, we are not a joking subject, my friend.
Sorry. I will not do it anymore.
Okay.
Hey, Isaac. One of your Brazilian fans is asking the children to say their names to the camera.
Okay.
To present themselves. Yeah.
Maggie. My name is Maggie.
Hey.
Okay.
Hi, Giti. Giti, hello.
Hello.
How are you?
Fine.
That's Isaac's daughter, by the way. That's Isaac's youngest daughter. Yeah.
My name is Shaban.
Shaban, how are you, Shaban?
I'm fine.
How's his father's the kung fu master, Mustafa.
Hello.
Rachel, how are you?
I'm
Hi,
fine.
Rachel.
My name is Rachel. Hi.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
So that's Isaac's oldest daughter.
In the
Hello.
family. How are you?
Hi. I'm fine. My name is Bridget.
Bridget.
That is Mr. Biggie's daughter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so she will be the new Tiger Mafia, but she's going to be 7 feet tall. She'll be 7 feet tall, the new Mafia leader.
Yeah.
Miss Little.
Hello. How are you?
Hello.
Hello. My name is Jeremiah.
How you doing?
I'm fine.
Yeah. Now this is Robert's son. My elder brother I told you about.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
this year.
Hi.
Hey, Isaac.
Hello.
How you doing?
Hi, Uncle. Hi, Uncle.
How are you?
I'm fine. My name
You're
is
okay.
Isaac Newton.
Isaac Newton, Brazil loves you.
We love you too.
Isaac Newton.
Yes.
You're going to be ninja next.
Yeah.
Ninja superhero.
So can you
Better
fly?
come back soon.
I mean, I come back, but you have to learn to fly.
I already
Isaac.
fly.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, some. Yeah, those are the Wakastas. Some are not here, like Beatrice Chilabo is not here,
Yeah.
and Fausta is not here. Jojo,
Yeah.
Trevor, yeah, they're not with me. Philos, they are not with me right now.
Because of the lockdown, so they go back home to their families. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So I want to thank you both and all the Waka stars. And I made a speech. I write a speech to you because I wanted to say it properly. So I wanted to say that it was a great pleasure to talk to you, and that in this difficult year you were responsible for some of the biggest laughs that I gave. Yeah.
Thank you.
I hope you keep making films your way. Don't listen to the others. Still making films your way, because your films are special because of the way you make them.
Yeah.
Never change. You are an incredible artist and an incredible human being, and certainly
Thank you.
an inspiration to many people who make their own films, or maybe are dreaming to make their own films. And I
Thank you very much.
And I hope, of course, that one day I can be in one of your films. You guys can.
Yeah.
Eat the shit out
True.
of me.
True. You should come. You should come and die. You should die with us.
Lots of blood, lots of explosions. I love it. Yeah. So thanks a lot, guys.
No,
Thank you too.
Thank you, man.
Thank you so much. To have you in the festival means a lot to us, guys.
Yeah. Thank you very much, Jack.
They like you, Isaac.
Yeah. We love you.
I love them too.
So see you next time.
Yep.
Thank you. See you.
Bye.
Yeah, we need the next movie, Isaac. We gotta get the next movie.
Fantaspoa 2021.
Right?
Yeah, we
That's
should.
right.
Yeah.
Eaten alive in Uganda.
Yeah, you should be there.
Yeah. So thanks, guys. Stay safe.
See you.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you, man.
Waka stars, assemble.
Guys, see guys.
Bye-bye.
You.
Luigi. Hey. Suri.
Soon. Okay, thank you.
Okay, see you.
Bye-bye.